here today with Ollie, who's one of our musculoskeletal podiatrists at the Rehab Hub. Ollie, tell us a bit about how you got into podiatry and why musculoskeletal podiatry.
I'd always wanted to be involved in some healthcare profession in some form or another, whether it be physiotherapy, looking at all sorts of radiology as well at one point. And then I was opened up to potential route on podiatry, actually through a family friend. And then I did some shadowing, just obviously during my gap year before going into university. And yeah, ended up coming up from Poole, Dorset, all the way up to Glasgow, Scotland. And
because you were living down and then you moved up to Glasgow. So tell us a bit about how that came about. Why Glasgow?
It was probably a combination of I did want to go somewhere new, somewhere a bigger city. I think I kind of felt like I outgrew Poole in a way. But yeah, there was no ties to Scotland, no family relations. I just wanted to go somewhere completely different.
New.
Yeah, and just completely on a whim. Just literally went out for one day. Felt like it was all good, and yeah.
What uni did you go to?
Glasgow Caledonian.
And a really good uni, to be honest, for your allied health stuff. And podiatry, right?
Yeah.
And I bet you didn't know what it was before you...
No, not at all. I hadn't had any treatments, my own experience of it, not ever used it. So
you were always interested in musculoskeletal health. So talk to us a wee bit about what that means, because maybe some people don't know what that means.
Generally, so from our point of view, again, patients, they may be coming in with whether it's like a muscular injury, they're maybe getting overused, overstressed, and they're essentially just wanting to be back to a state of normality. We're looking at how the body moves. I think that's the most important thing. Certainly from what I've learned here at the Rehab Hub, we're looking at posture, a lot more informative data on the gait cycle. It's been taken to the next level. I just find it really interesting. We can see that there is something wrong. What can we do to correct that? And
rather than being reactive to stuff, being a bit more preemptive. And Ollie was talking about the Run Walk 3D system, and you do tons of them. We do hammer you with them, don't you? So tell us a wee bit about what you do in them, Ollie, because you do most of them in here.
Yeah, we're creating a 3D model on the computer. We have the patient come in, we get them marked up with these little reflective markers, which get picked up by infrared cameras, and then which is basically positioned on all the major parts of the body, looking at from your ankles all the way up to your hips and your pelvis. And then that allows us to create a 3D skeleton model. Using that, we can record all the data on how the person is moving when they're walking.
And for you having access to that, because before, if we think about what you're taught initially is going through your undergraduate training and further, it's all very subjective, isn't it? We just watch people walk, or we might get our phone out and use a camera from our phone. But for you coming in as a podiatrist and having access to that, what is that like?
Oh yeah, it makes me good. Sometimes it plays up a little bit, but I've learned all the little quirky things that you need to do to get it back up.
Because it is to always put you into this 3D environment, and it's the same tech that they use in research. And we all know in research, you're literally pulling your hair out some days. It can be so precise. If you're even a tiny bit off, it doesn't work, does it? No. But the data that it chucks out is mental, isn't it? It's phenomenal. Yeah. And it's objective data, so it's not us going, looks like you're doing that. Maybe you're doing that. And it's just giving you accurate answers. So Ollie does tons of them here. He said he was interested in it, so what did I do? Where did you go then, Ollie? And are there things that you're kind of picking up in here? Because you've been a podiatrist quite a long time now. We should probably let them know about what you did before coming here. You were NHS as well, Ayrshire and Arran, Glasgow and Clyde. What kind of things were you doing there?
So at Ayrshire and Arran, I was a MSK specialist, and it was obviously coming out as an entry graduate level. So you were doing everything that you had been taught at university, whether that's looking at obviously orthotic prescription, and maybe a little bit of dry needling as well.
Because the NHS, I suppose we don't have the time and the resources to spend with the patients, so you do feel a wee bit frustrated, don't you, as a clinician, if we're being honest, because you want to do more, but you're I've got a full clinic room, all my notes to do and my referrals to do, and you don't always have the time. You would probably do a little bit of mechanical stuff, maybe a bit of testing, but and then I don't know if you would have seen patients back as often.
There was more scope for it, definitely. We would tend to give out a set of exercises, give them a rehab program, whether it be 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, depending on
what they're needing.
they get for that patient. You're hoping obviously that they're going to be making progress and
but you're not
improving.
seeing them. It's different, isn't it, to private practice?
Yeah.
And then you're on to Greater Glasgow and Clyde, so probably a wee bit closer for you than I'm down in Ayrshire. What kind of stuff are you doing there?
So you're more looking at your sort of routine podiatry treatments of callus, corns, skin pathologies. Same with nail pathologies as well. Doing nail surgery once a week. Toner, obviously under local anaesthetic. Also doing some biomechanics here and there.
So really nice. Glasgow, high risk, a lot of wounds care, a lot of diabetic care, a lot of vascular things. Really varied experience there, Ollie. I suppose, teetering towards the end of this interview, what's your average day like here? I know there isn't an average, is there?
No.
What kind of things do you do?
All sorts. Analysis, you're then looking at, then maybe assessing that patient, and then you can just have patients coming in for a review of shockwave therapy, laser therapy, whether it's just, again, routine care. Had a nail surgery last week.
Some days it can be a bit, you're going from maybe doing a gait analysis to a nail surgery to a verruca to a shockwave review, maybe back to gait analysis, back to maybe a fungal nail. And I think that's, as podiatrists, a lot of people maybe as they're watching this not really realising the scope of practice that we have. Anybody who's interested in what podiatrists do. But I suppose the main difference is that your kind of focus was in musculoskeletal health. When we came out as an undergrad, you learn all those core podiatry stuff, but then you've had to go on and learn more, haven't you, for your musculoskeletal, and that's your thing. So what are you going to be doing next? Talk to me about your steroid injection.
Looking at doing a course of steroid injection theory and practice, and that should hopefully be coming in this summer, and then maybe even further on down, I'd love to do more manual therapy stuff generally.
Perfect.
Quite a big interest in that. And then
getting hands on, getting with the hands. So he's in the perfect place.
It's ultrasound in the future potentially.
I keep bullying Ollie into. I'm a wee bully, really, aren't I? So it's just out of shot here, but one of the things I would love Ollie to go and do is his ultrasound training. Any closing remarks? Anybody watching?
Coming into this career, it's been you get a lot more variance to it, and it's been a better choice overall.
Now more extended scope availability, so you're out right away being able to do minor surgery, you're out right away having access to prescriptions, you're out right away being able to inject, which is not normal practice. So it's a great if anybody's interested in that, but also for those that had no idea what a podiatrist, Ollie's our musculoskeletal podiatrist, who's generally in Mondays, Wednesdays,
Thursdays.
Perfect. So reach out to Ollie if you need any help, because he will be doing your biomechanics assessments.
Very much.
Thanks. Thanks.